The Duke of Sussex, 37, is scheduled to release a memoir later this year which has been described as intimate and heartfelt by its publisher. Harry said the contents would reflect on the highs and lows of his life, and a spokesperson for the Duke previously said that he would not be expected to obtain permission for the project from Buckingham Palace. After the project was announced, there was speculation that it could provide Harry with an opportunity to make further claims about his time as a senior royal. Royal expert Kinsey Schofield claims Harry being invited to the Queen's Jubilee celebrations next month could indicate the contents of the book will be positive. The founder of Los Angeles-based royal site Today for Daily told that being invited to the events to mark the monarch's reign may signify that Harry's book isn't a scathing tell-all. She said instead it could focus on Harry's growth and experience following the death of his mother in 1997. The Duke was just 12 years old when the Princess of Wales died in Paris 25 years ago. When asked about Harry's UK return, Ms. Schofield, who has worked in the PR industry for over 10 years, told, "I'm certainly surprised by the decision and it makes me feel like Prince Harry's book isn't the scathing tell-all we feared. Perhaps it's just a book about a man who learned to live and love after the death of his mother. I've always hoped that it was more of a motivational book than a hit piece." In a statement at the time of announcing the memoir, Harry said, "I'm writing this not as the prince I was born but as the man I have become." He added, "I've worn many hats over the years, both literally and figuratively, and my hope is that in telling my story, the highs and lows, the mistakes, the lessons learned, I can help show that no matter where we come from, we have more in common than we think." In other news, Harry joined the mental fitness consultancy last year and took on the role of Chief Impact Officer. The startup, worth around $5 billion, £4 billion, focuses on inner work and self-reflection, helping employees by taking a whole-person approach to development. Now, however, it is thought to be facing an uprising from angry coaches. The new proposed pay structure, reports suggest, could also include a new rating system that would factor into coaches' fees. The firm's new metrics would retroactively evaluate coaches in part based on how life-changing a client found their guidance and how frequently they met for sessions. When approached by reporter BetterUp declined to comment, but the company has been reported elsewhere as saying it is working to modify its original plans. The Daily Beast reports that it has scheduled a number of town hall meetings and pledged to backtrack on at least some of the initial changes, and that a BetterUp executive told coaches, no one will see any sort of decrease in their effective session rate compared to their 2021 effective session rate. Mental well-being is something that has become central to his and Meghan Markle's work as private individuals. On securing the BetterUp role, he said he was thrilled at securing the role, and intended to help create impact in people's lives. However, Marlene Koenig, a royal expert, questioned to what extent his efforts will trickle down to average workers. She told in August last year, "I have no problem with the job at BetterUp, that to me is a name on the letterhead. But I had to laugh at some of the things, as I thought, this is a company where executives of companies and higher-up people learn mental health training. What about the average worker in those companies? What about Hilton? Do they have any benefits? No, they're still making crap wages and so on." It came off as a bit elitist to me. And the fact that they're giving themselves 20 weeks maternity and paternity leave. We don't have paid paternity leave in the US. It's up to your employer, it's great, but the average American can't relate to it. And so I don't think the work is something Americans will know about and won't take interest in.